So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We have the crystal clear cup floating along through our Wednesday afternoon. And beautiful day today. It's absolutely scorching. So as soon as I finish this, I'm going to go and relax in the sunshine, top up my tan that you can't really see because of the lighting. But big up to everybody who has tuned in. Make sure you are smashing the likes into oblivion. Make sure you are subscribing. Just over 200 as I record this away from 85.8k. Sorry, 86. What am I talking about? Rephrase that, Lee. Just over 200 away from 86k. That sounds better. Right, so get that boxed off, people. You can do it, guys. Be the potato, guys. And make sure you check out the second channel because I've dropped a video on there about United's takeover, which is probably a load of PR waffle from the PR puppets. But there we go. Make sure you leave your comments and supers down below. And I am on with Jez. By the time you see this, in fact, no, I'll drop this before. I'm on with Jez at 6 p.m. UK time. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, man, let's get into it. Balogun linked to Chelsea. And this Balogun one has been going on and on and on. To the point where he's not even in the squad. I don't even think he's training with Arsenal, is he? Is he even training? I haven't seen anything that suggests he's training with Arsenal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is. But I haven't seen it. And there's a lot of links leading him to Chelsea. And listen, at the end of the day, I wish him all the best. If he goes, he goes. Yeah, I think he is going to be gone at some point. And apparently he was spotted with one of their guys yesterday in a hotel or something. I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, if we're going to sell him, then we need to get top dollar. Yeah, and he's agreed personal terms with him. They've agreed personal terms with him, sorry. So, for me, Chelsea got the dough. We don't want him. I'd rather he not go to Chelsea because I know this guy's sick. But if it's Chelsea, then cream as much money out of him as possible. They need a striker. He's surplus to requirements at Arsenal. Go and get rid of him then. Get rid of him and I want 50 million. 50 million. Yeah, look at the money they're spending on some of the other players. If they want 40 million for Conor Gallagher, Balogun's worth 70. Yeah, play hardball with this club, man. We know the club have got money. We know they've spent £1 billion nearly in the last 12 months. Go and get the maximum you can get for Balogun. The only way we're doing that is selling him to Chelsea because Inter Milan ain't paying that money. Monaco ain't paying that money. There's other clubs out there that ain't paying that money. So if Chelsea want him, you can have him, but it's 50, 60, 70 mil. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that if Chelsea want him, they will get him. Yeah, he can stay in London. He doesn't have to relocate. It's still a massive football club. It's Premier League football. 1 game a week. He could light up the Premier League and we might all be sitting there going, oh, wow, we cocked up here, haven't we? But on the flip side of that, every time he does miss a chance, this fan base, en masse, all over their Twitter accounts, will be sitting there, see, he's rubbish. We got Eddie. We got Eddie. Yeah, do me a favour. Get in the bin. How about that? Yeah. In what planet is Eddie Nketiah better than Balogun? I've seen enough of Balogun to know that Balogun is going to be light years better and already is. Balogun will have a better career than Eddie Nketiah. I don't think that's even up for debate. But this is what fans do. This is what fans of a certain age do. You missed a penalty. Your team's in the mud. You're crap. Not really. Well, not really, are they? Because Chelsea are the most successful team for the last 20 years. So if Balogun's going to go there, he'll probably get game time. Well, he will get game time because they've only got Jackson. And Kunku's out injured, but he's more of a 10. And I've seen enough of Balogun to know that he will smash it no matter what club he goes to. And listen, people can say about the French league and all of this and that. I've always said half the amount of goals that a player scores in the French league. And he scored, 20-odd goals? So you'd imagine he'd get double digits in the Premier League. That ain't bad for a first season of Premier League football, is it? And I'd imagine that he probably will get that many goals. Yeah, is Eddie Nketiah scoring double digits this season? Has Eddie Nketiah ever scored double digits in the Premier League? Let me have a look. I don't think he has he? Let's have a look. Smash the like button while we're here. Eddie Nketiah's most amount of league goals for the club was 21-22 season where he scored 5. which took us from 4th to 5th. Last season, he played in 30 games and scored 4. So Eddie Nketiah has scored 4, plus the one this season, 5, 10, 14, 15 Premier League goals since 2018-19 season. And that is in, 32, 53, 63, 70, 83, 83, 86, 91 appearances, 15 goals. Balogun will score double digits if he goes to Chelsea in his first full season in the Premier League. That's how much I rate this guy. I think he's a top player, man. I think he's a top player in the making. And I think it's scandalous how we've just cast him aside. Just whatever. No. And people are moaning about him watching R9 on his in and putting it on his in. I'll get in the bin. Mate, are you lot that soft? Like, is there genuinely these people that soft? Yeah, but when it's Mudryk doing it to their team, to Shakhtar, towards us, oh, he wants to come to us. Oh, we want him. So it's all right when it's the other way around, but when it's Balogun wishing happy birthday to Inter players and stuff like that, I mean, come on. Seriously, is this the route we're going down? Madness. Actually madness. But listen, let me know your thoughts on Balogun. Do you rate him higher than Eddie? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're an Eddie stan. I don't know. Maybe you rate Eddie more. Me personally, I don't. You know that. But leave your thoughts down below. Where do you think he'll end up and how much for? Leave that down below as well. Let's move on to Gabriel Magalhaes. Gabriel Magalhaes is linked to Saudi, linked to Real Madrid, and been on the bench for the last 2 games. He's also linked to PSG as well. I've literally just seen that right now. Literally linked to PSG. But again, if we get rid of him, which I don't think we are going to with this one, I don't think we're going to. But having said that, you never know. You literally never know what Arteta's got up his sleeve, do you? We could get rid of this guy and end up playing Ben White and Kivior as a centre-back pairing, or Saliba and Ben White, which we've done so far. Like, you never know what this manager's going to do. He might put Thomas Partey at centre-back. Who knows? Who knows? He works in mysterious ways, old Mikel. But I don't think we're going to sell him. Real Madrid do need a centre-back. Obviously, they've now got Militao out for months with an ACL, as well as their goalkeeper as well. And they do need reassurance in that back line, although they look pretty solid at the moment. But having said that, it is early stages of the season, and they did play Almeria, and they did concede in the first 3 minutes. Other than that, Almeria did nothing. But I don't see, if Real Madrid come in for him, I'd imagine he'd want to go, if I'm being completely honest. Why wouldn't you want to go and play at Real Madrid? Like, let's just be real with it. Let's just not mug each other off here. If Real Madrid come in for you, you're going. Yeah, you're going. So let's hope they don't come in for him. He is linked to them, but I don't see any solid, concrete evidence that they want him. So I don't know. Listen, he has got a couple of Brazilian comrades there at Real Madrid. So listen, if they do come in, like I said, if they come in, he's going. But then it's how much we get for him if they come in. Because we bought him for, 27 mil? It's kind of a bargain right now when you're looking at some of these other centre-backs that are going for ridiculous dough. So I'd say if we was to sell him, it's got to be upwards of 70. Got to be upwards of 70. But again, I don't think he's leaving. I think this is just a stories that are being put out there. The Saudi interest, maybe. I don't know. But I think this is just stories being put out there because he has been on the bench for the last 2 games, which, again, is just ridiculous. Why are you on the bench? Like, mad. Yes, he has the bozo gene. I get it. But from Christmas onwards, or from Boxing Day onwards, he's been our best defender. I don't even think that's debatable. He has actually been our best defender. So I'll give credit when it's due, and it has been due since Boxing Day. Before that, he was shaky and bozo stuff left, right, and centre. But as a pairing, Saliba and Gabriel together, one of the best in the league. They're absolutely class together. And if Mikel Arteta lets him go, if any of these clubs come in for him, if any of these clubs come in and start putting concrete offers on the table with, 8 days of the window left, Saudi, Real Madrid, etc., PSG, if we let him go, we're mad. But we better have something up our sleeve if we are letting him go. But it remains to be seen whether any club puts an offer in. It's just all paper talk at the minute. So I don't know. But again, let me know your thoughts on that. How much do you think he's worth? And do you think he will stay? Why is he on the bench as well? Leave that in the comment section. I'm baffled. I am genuinely baffled as to why he's on the bench. But what do I know? Anyway, we move on. Sambi Lokonga, still here, believe it or not. Still here. Linked to Monaco today. I don't think he's going to Monaco at all. I think he's going to stay in the Premier League. Vincent Kompany was giving him a glowing reference when we signed him. So why doesn't he come and buy him? Why doesn't he come and buy him? I don't really understand why we haven't got rid of this player yet, if I'm being honest. I don't get it. Brighton are linked to him as well. But I don't know, man. Like, again, I really don't know. I don't know whether Monaco have even got the facilities for him. Like, Monaco are not exactly flush, and he's not going to be on cheap salary. He's going to be on a big wage. Obviously, if we're sending him on loan, then we're obviously going to get them to pay it, unless they want to buy him. If they want to buy him, have they got the money to pay for him? Because we're going to want more than the 17 million we paid for him, surely, right? That's just how it works, inflation, yeah? When you're looking at some of these other players that are signed and then sold, yes, I know he's not done it for Arsenal. He's not been great, has he? But it's another year in his development. Now go and get some money for him. Yeah, Brighton, I'd say it'd probably be his best bet. I think he'd actually do all right at Brighton. Yeah, I think he'd do all right. But we want at least 30 million for him. I think I'm going to sneeze, so bear with me. The sneeze is coming. The sneeze is coming. It's going. It's coming. There we go. The sneeze was coming. But anyway, yeah, we want at least 25 million if we're selling Sambi Lokonga. Because when I see other clubs sell their players, they always get top dollar for their players. Why don't we ever get top dollar for our players? Firstly, that's because we put them on too much money, so they don't want to leave. And secondly, that's because we are not respected at board level. And we've got no closers. Half of the people at the hierarchy of this football club couldn't close a door, let alone close a sale for 50, 60, 70, 80 million. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I do think Lokonga will leave, but I don't think he's going to Monaco. I think it'll end up being Brighton or Burnley. But we shall see. Leave it all in the comment section down below. Make sure you are subbing to this channel as well, people. Make sure you are subbing. I would appreciate that. Make sure you are liking the video. The amount of you that slack on likes in the last week has been mad. This week has been crazy. You lot are literally moving like Sambi Lokonga, Bambi Lokonga in midfield. It has been wild. Yeah, the like ratio to views is not mathing. So come on, pam the likes. Make sure you check out the second channel as well. That'd be great. And make sure you come and check out the show I'm doing with Jez and Kenny later on Jez's channel, Arsenal History and more. I'm also back again tomorrow on the second channel doing a watch along for Mahrez's team, Mahrez and Firmino, Al Ahly. Henry Wright's jumped on board on that one. We're both supporting that Saudi team now. So we'll be doing a watch along for that tomorrow evening. I'm also back on here with Saeed, Flawless, and Northside tomorrow as well at 1 p.m. UK time. So listen, plenty more content to come. Loads of content this week. And obviously we have the game at the weekend as well. So, yeah, I'm doing a watch along for Chelsea against Luton. I was going to say Fulham, but it's Luton they're playing, isn't it? So yeah, loads and loads of content over the two channels. So make sure you get sub into this one. Make sure you go and sub to the other one as well. I'm going to go and blow my nose. All have a wonderful afternoon, and we're out of here. Adios, amigos. Ciao.